How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of the Town of Salem tournament. This video will be a post-commentary recording of 3 very intense Coven All-Any matches. These are the current standings between the contestants and also the point system that you guys requested to see. The winner of the tournament will be crowned at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So we'll be starting off game number 3 by jumping in with the Medusa. When a player dies, we will be switching to another person. They've entered the game with a Necromancer. There are 3 Mafia in this, whole lot of Townies, 1 Survivor, who's come out and said on day 1, invest Consigod me. Has not claimed Survivor, which I feel like is pretty smart because, dude, there's a Jailer in this who could very easily grab and execute him. Number 11, the Crusader, is asking for a Town Protect chain. Pretty smart of them to say that. There is actually another Crusader in the game. So the Medusa right now is saying this could be better. Necromancer's not happy, saying worst Coven combo. I'm claiming Trapper. Really do like the will template that the Medusa has. Very organized. They're ready to go. I'm claiming Retri probably. Necromancer wants to claim Retri. I don't think that's really the best idea, but it could still work out. Reason why it's bad is because you can very easily get counterclaimed by other evils, let alone the Retri itself. So it's always a risk. And night 1, nothing happens to the Medusa. No gazers, no stones. Cockatoo has gone down. There goes the Hypnotist. Now the Hypnotist ended up dying because they went on the person who asked for a TP chain. They risked it, probably pretending to heal them, and died to the other Crusader. So night 1 as a Hypnotist, you might want to stay home to avoid things like that. Number 6 claiming Escort, saying they roll blocked 1. We got 13, the Tracker, saying that 3 went nowhere. They tracked the Necromancer. We've got number 7 claiming Tracker. They are a Werewolf, saying 1 went nowhere, taking advantage of the possible Survivor claim. We got 13 claiming Spy right now. 13 is a legitimate Spy. So I do like what the Werewolf's doing right now. They snuck in there with the Tracker claim. Pretty damn sneaky. Spy saying Marth visited 11 and 1. No Coven visits, suggesting there might not be Coven in this. They're voting up number 3 right now. 1 has outright claimed Survivor. 1 is requesting to be checked. Alright, now 3 is claiming Retributionist. They could very easily get counterclaimed here. I do like what the Medusa's doing right now, going through all the logs, trying to get all the claims. 7's asking them for roll. Number 7's the Werewolf. They just claimed Trapper to the Werewolf. Posted their will. Werewolf trying to act like a townie right now. Inquiring. Asking for rolls. Let's see if anyone CC's ret. There is no counterclaim for the Retributionist, so they'll be voting Inno. 5 is claiming Town Killing. Very smart by 5 to claim their role before getting voted up. Otherwise, they'd very easily get lynched. And we do know 5's actually the Jailer. And right now, 9's claiming Trapper. Who will they vote up? They're going for 11, the Crusader. 12 comes out and reveals as the Mayor. So the Jailer right now has decided to claim Town Killing, which technically is true. Jailer does come under Town Killing. And they sort of did that to avoid outright claiming their role, so they don't get detected, so they don't get killed at night. Pretty good play by them, although it could backfire if bad guys are keeping track of all of the claims and then they narrow you down. So this person's claiming Crusader. They're getting Innoed. I am confirmed Crus. I killed Hypno. 15 is confirmed Crusader. They were the ones who killed the Hypnotist who tried to go on 11. Now they're asking 14 to claim. 14 comes out, posts their will, claims Veteran. Town has pretty much no one else left to vote. I'm confirmed Cruz on Mayor. Now they're going back on 8. 8 was the second Trapper claim. Saying they were jailed, attacked in jail. I don't think they're going to believe this. Mafia didn't get any kills last night because they were jailed, so the safest lynch is actually to go for them. I claimed like 3 times, also in Whispers, Gazelle says. And in jail to jailer. So, if you're towned right now, you lynch it. It's the second Trapper claim. Was jailed, there was no Marth kills. Switching over to the Consort now. The Consort has actually figured out that 5 is possibly the Jailer. Consort is keeping track of all the rolls too. And like we said earlier, it's actually pretty smart to keep track because you could narrow down jailers like that. We're back with the Medusa. 7 says trap 15 tonight. That's the werewolf saying that. That's the werewolf saying it, so kind of scary there. Gazelle ends up getting lynched. Third trial, shit never works, they say. Town decides to lynch on third trial. Turns out to be Mafioso. The consort's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. They know who the jailer is. They can go for an attack on the jailer. Let's see how the Medusa and the Necro feel right now. 9 says, oh no. I'm supposed to be trapping 15. They go, gonna say there's an arsonist or some shit. Alright, so number 9, the Medusa's gonna go for the conspiracy play, where they say that their trap was triggered by Arso, and then make everyone believe that there's an arsonist in the game, when in reality they don't even exist. Number 3 seems to be in low spirits, saying, well, might as well just die. Unlucky for number 3 right now, stuck with a pretty bad claim. People don't really trust Retributionist claims towards the mid and late game, especially late game. Unfortunately, the consort does end up dying. They had calculated who the jailer is. Jailer's dead too. And they died to werewolf. And the reason why they died to werewolf was because both the werewolf and the consort figured out who the jailer was and they jumped in together, making it so the consort died. Unlucky. Right now, number 9 is spreading their conspiracy in the whispers, saying triggered by Crusader and Arsonist. And number 11 has seemed to have bought the lie, says Rotro. Yes, the jailer was died to werewolf and Mafia. That's one thing that sucks as Mafia. Sometimes when you go on a priority target, a werewolf could do it on night 2. It's what makes werewolf so scary to go up against. If we can figure out jailed, we know werewolf, they say. So now they believe that the person jailed was werewolf. Which I don't think is true. Alright, everyone pops out with a lot of claims right now. We got the werewolf saying 4 went to 7. Known information, by the way. We've got the spy coming out saying Mafia is out. We got 10, the actual tracker, saying 6 went to 3. That wasn't known info. I roll block 3 and 10 confirms, the escort yells out. 7 is now asking the Medusa for their will. Medusa continues to spread the conspiracy. Says triggered by Crusader and Arsonist. And 11 right now still reaffirming that they're Crusader. They say 15 is confirmed. Now they're voting up 1 because it's a safe lynch. 1 is claiming Survivor. And 7 right now is saying 9 confirms 11 and says there's an arsonist. So people do seem to believe there's an arsonist in the game. 1 says, I was not roadblocked, I was not jailed. With a supposed arsonist in the game, the Survivor is probably not going to live. And again, it's going to be smart of Town to lynch this one. You lose nothing. Evil's right now in pretty bad shape. There are a lot of townies in this. Very good townies. Double Crusader, Mayor, Tracker, Veteran. Like, it's insane. 12 says they were jailed last night. So now it's confirmed for sure that the person jailed was not the werewolf. Alright, this gets lynched 12-0. Very unlucky. And 1 says pain. Unfortunately, they will be getting no survivor points out of this one. Medusa right now going through all the claims, looking carefully at what 7 has said. 12 is asking for a crusade on them. No last will on the survivor. 7 says, you missing anyone? As in, are they missing any claims? Not that I'm aware of, they reply back. Alrighty, so, final stone gaze by the Medusa. Not a bad idea. If they get 1 stone gaze, they'll be fine. Ideally, they get the tracker. And they're saying somehow I'm confirmed, even though 11 doesn't know they didn't attack anyone. Yep. So it's kind of funny. The Medusa could have been outed immediately. They're saying that their trap was triggered by a Crusader and an Arsonist, but the Crusader didn't actually attack anyone. So technically the trapper should be dead. Or the arsonist should have been attacked, the supposed arsonist. It basically reveals that this Medusa is a fake trapper. It just outright confirms it. They actually get role blocked because the escort seems to be suspicious of them. Right now, the Medusa's whispering to Seven, the werewolf, saying, I was role blocked while rebuilding. And now they're sort of asking the escort about it, saying, was that your doing or Four's? I was rebuilding. And they say, Four is dead. There goes the tracker. Rest in peace to them. So, right now, the escort feels like they made a mistake. They believe they've accidentally role-blocked a trapper who's confirmed. 14 saying, I got 2 alerts, so I'm ready to fight. So, the veteran is now confirmed they are the person who killed the tracker. 3 still claiming retributionist. They're getting suspicious of it. They're starting to ask for the will. They say 3 is ret. 3 is ret. 3 will. Now, they say. 3 says, I can't do anything. 3 no will. Medusa's trying to chime in and say they can't use anything to be fair. 10 just died, which is true. But they're still suspicious of 3. And 3 gets voted. Let's see if 3 manages to survive this. The Medusa right now is making the best possible play that they can, along with the werewolf. But it's just so hard to win when you have a town like this, with these roles. So they've made their retributionists. We're saying no town are dead. If you're town, you should probably guilty this. Just the vibe of this person seems pretty sus. But 7 believes that there's an arsonist in the game. And by believing that there's an arsonist out there somewhere, they know for a fact that it can't be 3. And they want to go for 13 instead. And 13 is the spy claim. Only 1 guilty on this. They know 3 is not werewolf because 3 got role blocked on night 2. And they didn't kill the escort. And they can't be the arsonist either because the arsonist had supposedly triggered a trap on that same day. So it can't be 3 because they were role blocked. Now they're getting suspicious of this spy claim. They seem to believe it's arsonist, and they go, how would I get that as arso? Which is correct. How would they get these correct results as arsonist? It's basically impossible, or it would require a whole lot of luck. 7 comes out and says, this is arso, all town guilty. 3 cannot be werewolf, they say, according to 10's will. I can't be werewolf, 3 says. So 3's kind of slipping through the cracks. 9 saying guilty. This is arso, 7 says. And for absolutely no reason at all. And I mean no reason. Purely because 7 just kept saying, this is arsonist, this is arsonist. 13, the 100% confirmed spy, gets lynched, which is incredible. It goes to show that you can sheep town members if you're just confident enough. 7 just said I was arso. 7, what are you? They say 3 isn't werewolf. Maybe they're going to start getting suspicious of 7. 14 saying, I don't believe 7 at all. I will rollblock 7, they say. The Medusa's whispered to 15 saying, I'm still rebuilding. Godspeed to you both. And 15 believes him and says, 07, soldier. Giving them a salute. Medusa does not know if they want to gaze right now. They say, okay, so 11 is probably fake. They do decide to go for the gaze. But nothing I can do, they say. Track 11 IMO. Or 7. Just to confirm yourself. That's exactly what the Retributionists should be doing. The Medusa has to pretend that they're rebuilding. Unfortunately, they use their final gaze and get no kills. And Kangaroo the Escort is dead. Kangaroo the Escort had actually said, I'm rollblocking 7. So if they're dead to Werewolf, we know for a fact that 7 is Werewolf. And yes, they've been mauled by Werewolf. 7 is about to get outed. So for sure, without a doubt, if you're town right now, you would know to go after 7. It's just the obvious choice. The Medusa still snuck through with his Trapper claim. Let's see if they begin to get suspicious of him. Alright, there goes the Ask. 11 says 7 rollblock, there's only 1 Werewolf kill. 7, what are you? They're in trouble now. Big trouble. Now 7's claiming Jester. 9 saying 7 is Tracker. 14 saying 7 is Tracker. But 7 has just claimed Jester, which is kind of bad. 11 and 15 are Cruise confirmed. 15 says, I don't like that spy push. That means 7 and 9. They're starting to get suspicious of the Medusa now. Medusa's saying, I'm confirmed Trapper. Now they say 7. I'm bot arsonist. They're trying to say I'm not arsonist. They still believe there's an arsonist in the game. They do believe it. They say 3 can't be arso. Again, they think 3 cannot be arsonist or werewolf because 3 got role blocked on night 2 when werewolf killed and arsonist triggered a trap. 7 goes, wait. Look. 3 and I are only unconfirmed. If you kill me, you lose to Arso Ignite. Let me live. And kill 3. So they're really trying to scurry out of this one by trying to get the Medusa lynched. 14 says guilty. 15 says I'll take that risk. 3 says 14 is confirmed. 15 is confirmed. 9 says risk it. Because they want to protect their Necromancer. 3 is Arso, they yell out. Keep in mind, there is no arsonist in this. This is all because of what the Medusa said. That's why the spy even got lynched. They say 3 is arsonist. 7 goes down and goes, no! You're going to lose to 3 the arso. It has to be 3. Read 6's will and then 9's will. But again, 11 says 3 was rollblocked the night arso was found. So, again, it technically can't be 3. They were rollblocked. Wav says 15 on me. If you're Coven, there's very little you can do right now. They're even trying to rip into their will. At this point, what can you really do? 2 Crusaders and a Maya and a Veteran. 9 says use Werewolf, nuke 15. It's unfortunate, it will not help. And they're starting to realize saying, wait, no, I can't kill. And then they go, They've realized that there's absolutely nothing they can do at the moment. They go, yeah, nuke 15. There you go, you get lynched. Not including any possible shenanigans that take place. The way this game should end is 15 dies, there's a confirmed Cruz, a confirmed Veteran, confirmed Mayor. Number 3 gets lynched because now they're going to be confirmed Necromancer since the werewolf has made a reappearance and got a kill. And then once the game doesn't end, they're going to realize 9 isn't even a real trapper and they're going to lynch him. And also with 9 being left, they're going to realize that there can't even be room for an arsonist because you claim trapper. So where is this arso if everyone else is confirmed? Oh, that means 9's just a liar. Get 9 now. So right now, the Medusa's trying to cut themselves loose from this Necromancer, which is always a good thing to do if you feel like one of your team members are going down. But it looks like they retracted what they were going to say. 3 is Retro, 11 is Cruz, I am Mayor, 14 is Vet, 15 is Cruz, 9 is Last Evil, they say. 12 seems to believe that 3 is Retributionist, even though Werewolf just killed. 15 says it's 3, it's 3. 14 wants to hang 9. You give Retries a bad name, 15 says. And here we go, 14 starting to point out the fact that an arsonist cannot even really exist if there's a Necromancer and a Trapper and an arsonist left with 3 other confirmed townies. It just cannot exist. So 9's really squeezed of claim space, can't really get out of this one. 14's confirmed Veteran. They're trying to say 15 could be Vamp. Anything they can say to get out of this. 15 could be Vamp. But they're probably not going to believe that. Because there have been no sign of Vamps all game. 2 votes on 15. 14 is Vamp, they say. 15 is confirmed. Cruz was on B. Is Town going to botch this one? No, they will not. 12 ends up voting number 3. Again, it's confirmed Necromancer now since Werewolf has made an appearance. 3's come out and said they are Vamp. I'm solo. It's a very hard lie to sell. I mean, Town... When you make a lie like this, you don't expect Town to believe it. It's sort of a last-ditch effort. Borderline joking as well. 15 says, even if I'm Vamp, which I'm not, they can vote me out tomorrow, which is also true. Now 14 saying again, no room for arsonist. That 9 claims to exist. Exactly, there's no room. We hang this, but it's 9, 14 says. 15 probably arso. It really sucks that 9 ended up being Medusa in this. They made an incredible play. And it would have been great if they actually were an arsonist and then they just ignited everyone last night. Or tonight. Again, they're saying 15 is confirmed Crusader. I am confirmed Cruz because 15 is the one who killed the Hypnotist. Necromancer has unfortunately gone down. 9 still trying to cut loose ends saying Stinky Necro. Then what the hell did I find in my trapper? In my trap? It's an outright lie. That's what's happened. And Town has figured this one out. They're going to try to stone gaze the Crusader. That's pretty much all they can do. But it's still a lost cause. Everyone's just confirmed. Confirmed Mayor and Veteran. You can't win that. The Medusa definitely played this game super, super well. If there were more evils in this, they could have probably pulled this one off. Mafia dying early was kind of a shame. Consort had perfectly calculated who the jailer was, but unfortunately died to the werewolf who had the same thinking. The mafioso got lynched because they had a pretty weak trapper claim. Also, they got jailed on night 1, which you can't even blame them for, which made it look like they were Marf since there were no kills. And then the Hypnotist died because they went on someone who asked for a TP chain, went for the risk, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. That's why normally as a Hypno, I stay home on night 1. You don't know if there's spies. You don't know if you're going to die to a Cruz. Might as well just hang back, wait and see. Tiger's gone down. There really is nothing that this Medusa can do to live. Nothing. Now they're joking around saying, I'm totally the veteran. Memeing it up for the finish. They go, no, I hard CC veteran. For reals. 14's having none of it, giving them the K. It was all a ploy, 9 says. A bamboozle. 12 goes, okay, Deucer. Bye. Town's just having none of it. They don't even want to consider the possibility that the Medusa gets away. A minuscule amount of tomfoolery, the Medusa says. We can find out. And they get voted up instantly. You gotta feel bad for the survivor claim as well. When Town doesn't have leads, normally they do go for serve claims. It would have been a lot cooler if this serve claim was Jest and then got lynched in that fashion. It actually would have been incredible. Sadly, that didn't happen. And right now, 9's making a fake veteran will, saying Starfish the veteran. Night 1, I alerted. Night 2, I totally didn't alert, guys. Night 3, paranoid pipe alert. Hey. We got 14 posting their full will. And they go, that's where my shit has been. 9 keeps saying, I am vet, gets guiltied. And that is game. 07, we tried. This was literally one of those no winning move scenarios. Like, Town would either have to disconnect or really, really botch it up in order to blow that one. It's just a losing position. 7 complimenting 9, saying, 9, you played me like a damn violin. Well played to you. Hell yeah. So that is game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the current points, the current standings, and then we will move on to game number 2. So these are the current points we've got. The Town got 9 points each, essentially. Just across the board, Jailer, Escort, Tracker, Crusader, Mayor, Spy, and the other Crusader all got 9 points. Everyone else got 0. Alrighty, so we've hopped into game number 4 with the Disguiser. This game looks a bit more balanced compared to the other one. We've got bunch of townies, couple Coven, we got a 4-Marf game, and we even got a couple neutrals in there. We got a Plague Bearer, we got 2 survivors, we got a Jester in there. Let's see if these guys managed to pull it off. We got a day 1 serve claim by number 2. 5 says, well, here we go. Hello, lads. All right. Now, if you're Mafia, you should be feeling pretty confident. 4 Mafia games is probably one of the easiest ways to win in Coven or any. 4 Mafia games, 4 Coven games, it's just super, super easy. Especially if you keep all your faction members alive. Night 1, you should be talking about strategy. You should be making your will. 12 says they want to claim Escort. 12 is Hypnotist. 5 wants to claim Tracker. 5 is Disguiser. Let's see if they make a good Tracker will. Disguiser has decided to stay home night 1, which I believe to be a good idea. You don't want to die to random Crusaders. You don't want to confirm to any spies that there's a possible Disguiser in the game. Just chill, hang back. Mafia has killed 15. Rest in peace to them. No last will on this person. They were poisoner. That benefits town a little bit. Necromancer's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. We got 14, the survivor claiming psychic. They haven't gone the easy way. They're making a psychic fake claim, which I really enjoy. We got 10 claiming transporter. They're legit. 2's claiming survivor, taking the easy way. Switching over to the consig right now. They figured out that 14 really is a survivor. We've got number 1 claiming escort. Now they're saying 14 is possibly lying, because 1 claims to have rollblocked 14. They're voting 1 the escort. Good of the consig to do this, make them waste their time. 1 already claimed. Alrighty. Number 1 says 14 is lying about their results. Okay, now the consig is actually posting their will for the first time. This is sort of risky. It's a late investigator will. But they're trying to cover it by saying, I checked 14 day 1, asked for or got no reply. So now they're confirming that 14 is survivor. But possibly psychic too, because serve and psychic are the same results. Now they're saying it's a 1-for-1. Again, 1 is claiming to have rollblocked 14, and they're saying 14's results can't be real. Consigs decide to vote Inno on this. 7-6. They actually could have guiltied that one. That could have been guiltied, and it would have been a good guilty for Marth. Consig might have botched that one a little bit. 14 gets upped. Alright, let's see what 14's going to do to get out of this. They took the risky serve play, and they go, I was faking, I'm serve. Admitting it, and the consig does actually want to help this out. They could work with the survivor if they keep them alive. However, by keeping them alive, one of their mafia could get lynched if this gets, down. They go, let me down, please. I genuinely forgot about that. Alright, they post their will. They go, 10's fake also. Someone's accusing the transporter of being fake. People are saying this isn't jest. 4 says, I'm going to Inno. They say it smells jestery. They say 4 has it. I'm Innoing. Inno, vote for all 7. 9 is telling 4 to F off and saying guilty of this. 7-6 gets Innoed. Alrighty. Mafia took a big gamble trying to help the serve there. Who gets lynched instead? They're voting 7 the Jester. Hell yeah. They want to get 7. This is perfect. Alrighty. So 7's been voted up. They're saying absolutely nothing. Right now, the consig's trying to keep track of all the claims. They realize 10 is transporter. They realize that 2 is survivor. Can't find anything else. They scroll down. 7 is claiming an escort, saying they rollblock 10. They say, 10, do you confirm? 10 didn't trans me, 7 says. 10 says, I do not. And now they say, I did. Didn't. They want to guilty this one. They don't believe this escort claim. Only 1 Inno on it by number 12, the Hypno. 7 says, GG's, easy. And they get themselves a nice Jester win. They say, Jest is best, hell yeah. I'm telling you, it's a pretty decent strategy to get voted up. Maybe claim escort. Say you rollblock someone who you know is not going to confirm it. People will guilty that. They'll think you're just full of shit. Or you messed up. And then maybe some people like the Hypnotist will sniff out that it's maybe jest. 3 right now posting their will. They're a legitimate investigator. Saying that Australia is invest consig main tracker PB. And Australia is jest. Oh boy. The consig right now is saying 14 is legit survivor. They're planning to check 2. They publicly said that they're checking 2. I do like this strategy. They're just going to confirm the survivors to town. Make themselves look a little bit more legit. And see, they're saying we can get 14 to work with us. That's perfect. Get 14 to work with them. Confirm the survivors, and normally the survivors, in a display of loyalty, will help you back. They're staying home just in case there's a werewolf. Alrighty. They've confirmed now that 2 is survivor. So well played by the consig right now. If I was consig, I would play similarly to this. 10, the transporter is dead. Pretty unfortunate for them. Mafia killed it. Let's see what was in their will. Myself and 1. Mafia's going for the escort, which is a great attack. They don't want to get roll-blocked. But the transporter seems to have not believed number 1 and got themselves killed instead. Alrighty, so Ponsig's getting ready to post their will. Ooh, it looks like the disguise is dead, and they've died to Jest. That's just unlucky. Bad RNG, unfortunate. I guess they should have innoed. That's going to hurt Mafia quite a bit. You do really like keeping your 4 Mafia in the game for as long as possible. Town explodes with a ton of info. 13 claims medium. 2 claims roll-blocked. They want to kill 4 now. Number 9 says kill 4 now. 4 is Marth. Look at the skies of will. 4 is clearly Marth. They're in big trouble. They say just kill 4. 1,000,000%. They say 9 claim. 9 claim is veteran. However, 9 is Necromancer. They're a solo Necro going aggro right now. They say 4 confirmed 14 because they're both Marth. Okay. 9 claimed veteran, they say. But they feel like X. The thing is, there is another veteran in the game. Norway is veteran. Alrighty. So the Consi is going to post their will and say, I said at the end of day 2, I was visiting 2. Read the goddamn logs. Pretty decent defense, but they're having none of this. They seem to think that 14 is Mafia and the Consig is confirming they're Mafia members. They think 2 and 14 are Marth. And that 4's maybe not even Consig, but just Marth who's confirming these other members. Which means 14 and 2 are in trouble if this does turn out to be Marth, which it is. 6 wants to inno this since they know that 9 isn't even veteran. 5 to 4, very, very, very unfortunate. You hate to see that. Germany tried to vote innocent. America tried to vote innocent. It just didn't happen. Canada, the survivor, actually abstained on this, even though the Consig was the reason why it even lived. Switching to the escort right now. They now realize 4 is Consig, and 9 is saying it, now we kill 14. 9 taking charge of this game. If you're Norway right now, you have to be yelling and screaming, I am veteran, I am veteran, I am veteran, because someone has yoinked your veteran claim. You cannot let something like that happen. The veteran claim has been officially yoinked by a solo Necro. Switching over to the Plague Bearer. They've infected only 1 person. They've decided to infect number 3. See how many they get from this. Only 1 infection. They got roll-blocked. Really sucks for them. And 8 has been infected. Right now, they're just trying to keep track of all the claims. Number 1, the escort is dead. Marth really needed that one out. Can't let the escort destroy your killing power. Plague Bearer is about to claim roll-blocked. So, right now, things seem to be favoring Town, but it's still winnable by either faction. I mean, actually not even favoring Town. You only got 3 townies left. They're not really strong rolls. You got 9 claiming veteran at the moment. They go, we will kill 14 now. 14 is clearly Marth. They still want to go after the survivor. Because the Consig checked them. 9 still claiming veteran. Norway right now counter-claiming, saying, lynch me first if you want. That's really not an ideal play. If you're veteran, you cannot let yourself get lynched first in Coven or any. You need to kick and you need to scream and you need to make it so the other person gets lynched. Because you getting lynched is a huge detriment to Town. And there's a good chance that the person who's counter-claiming you never even gets lynched. Now they think 14 is possible Jug. But for some reason, they've switched over to number 6. Plague Bearers, of course, are voting it because why not? 6 gets voted up because they're being counter-claimed by 9. 6 says, I've claimed veteran since day 1. They've posted their will. Alert, no alert. Would be a bad lynch. 9 says, don't claim vet. else you get CC'd by me. 9 right now really trying to sell the act that they're legitimate. Norway's trying to say 9 is Jess. 9 is saying guilty, everyone. Germany, the mafioso says, I don't remember them claiming veteran. And rest in peace to Norway. Town lynches a legitimate veteran. There was only 2 townies left if you don't count the veteran who's actually been voted up. So chances are it's getting lynched anyway because everyone here wants to survive. If you're the survivor, you do want to be voting guilty just to make the game progress. Unless you think it's jest. If you're Marf, you want to get it lynched so Marf can live. If you're Necro, you want to get it lynched so you can live. So all around great lynch for the people in the game. Veteran could have defended a little better in the previous day. But I don't think it would have made a whole lot of a difference. Now 9 is claiming to have an X win. Claiming Executioner. Which I guess is decent. Decent thing to say. Medium right now is talking to Dead Chat. They say 9 is Jester, not X. Medium saying that was rough. Right now, New Zealand spreading misinformation. Saying 9 is Jester, not X. Put in Will. 9 is Jester. That is kind of funny. Switching over to the Survivor, they're using one of their vests. They do not get attacked. And it looks like the medium has actually gone down. Rest in peace. They've now joined the dead. So, right now, if you're Mafia, you're in a pretty good position, but you do need this Plague Bearer out. Number 12 is Whispering the Survivor, saying, we have Madge, yay. So it looks like the survivors are agreeing to work with the Marf. Very smart by the Mafia to make this connection early on. A good thing to do in Town of Salem if you're evil is to whisper the survivor claims early. Because normally survivors work with the first person who whispered them. Just because they've already established a relationship earlier on in the game. So right now the investigator's coming out. They're a solo invest. They're kind of screwed. 12 wants 3 voted out. And the survivor says, gladly. 11 right now trying to claim Tracker. Claims to be Roblox 2 nights in a row. 8 claiming Vigi, saying I shot 11 and they're immune. Oh dear. Now the Plague Bearer has been outed. Plague Bearer is in some deep shit. 3's asking 12 for roll, but 3 really doesn't have a voice in this game anymore. Switching over to the Plague Bearer, they have 3 infected right now. They do need 3 more. These Roblox have really screwed them over. They're voting guilty on this. Mafia definitely want this out. Now 3 is saying 11 is PB. So the investigator is outing 11. They say PB can't stab. Alright, now the Plague Bearer is deciding to make an alliance. Whispering 14 saying you want to get a Pest Serve win. Unfortunately, they have been beaten to the punch by the Mafia. They should have done this a lot earlier. The servers probably will not work with this. They're giving away their identity to going for the Hail Mary play. Whispering 2 saying, hey, get a Pest Serve win. 14 says, I just want to live. Plague Bearer says, I can do that. They're also whispering number 9, want to win with Pest. It'll be epic because they believe 9 is Executioner. 2 is saying, I belong to the Mafia. Ooh, you hate to see that. That's the very last thing you want to see as a Plague Bearer. 9 is saying, sure, to ensure their own security. So, Plague Bearer is going to go for an infection. Switching over back to the Dead Consig's perspective. They even believe that number 9 is Executioner. So 9 really does have everybody fooled at this point. Germany has gone down because the Necro has taken the opportunity to go for a kill. Very good timing by them. This is the time to do it. Texas goes, no, brother. So now everyone's going to know that 9 is confirmed Necromancer. Since it has to be. And the Death Note says, you fool. They thought that 9 was X. Now it's been revealed. So. We got a lot of whispering back and forth right now. Dead Chat is going off. And they actually believe 14 is Juggernaut. 14 is... Well, actually, they know it's not because the Consig found it as Survivor. And all the Mafia know that. Plague Bearer right now trying to whisper as much as they can. Saying, let's do this. Who's not infected? We can lynch him. And then they say, you and 14, I'm not lynching either of you. So 9 right now is pretending to work with the Plague Bearer. Even though 9 cannot be X anymore. They say, don't vote. To 14. Alright, see if the Plague Bearer survives. There's 2 votes on them. One of the survivors is voting, and the other survivor votes him. That's very, very, very unfortunate. They say, wow. I'm not even pest. 14 says they have the madge. I'm sorry. Survivor is giving their apologies. And the Plague Bearer replies back, you make their majority. 14 says it's my life or yours. I was going to help you, they say. Inno me. There's absolutely no way this gets innoed. Servers want it lynched. Necromancer wants it lynched. Marth wants it lynched. Again, the Plague Bearer sort of got beaten to the punch. Had they spoken to these survivors earlier, it could have gone differently. But because Mafia established communication with these survivors first, and because the consig checked them and verified them, the servers are probably loyal to them for that. That's why you should just try to talk to survivors as early as possible. Because if someone whispers you on day 2 and says, let's work together, and then someone else pops out on like day 7 and says, let's work together in a panic, you're likely going to side with the dude from the beginning, not the guy at the end. Obviously, there are exceptions to this, but generally from what I see, serve side with the person who established communication first, or who verified them first. So unfortunately, the Plague Bearer goes down. It's between the Necromancer and the Mafioso. If they both kill each other right now, it will just be a serve-only win. And Jester win. It'll be like a neutrals win. So, if you're the Necromancer, you have to use the escort on the Mafioso, prevent them from killing, and then beg the survivors for a win. That's pretty much the only thing you can do if you're playing to win, because you will be getting no points, even if you draw this. Draw will be 0 points. And 2 survivors and a Jester will be running the hell away with a lot of points under their belt. So the Necromancer uses the escort on the Mafioso, prevents them from attacking. And they say, I pick heads. They say, I pick heads. 14 says, oh, thank God I lived. I thought you were going to kill me, 12 says. I choose heads, 9 says. They want this coin toss. 12 says, I'm Mafioso. And 9 is Necro. I mean, if you're the servers right now, the Necromancer really, really did deserve this with their incredible plays. However, are you going to be loyal to the faction that confirmed you? 14 doesn't know what to do, whispers 2 and says, I'll follow you, you choose. 2 says Necro or Coven. I mean, Coven or Marth win, they say. They say 2, this is your call. And unfortunately, 9 gets voted up. And 12 says, OMG. And 9 says, no, please, I essentially did solo Coven and got to this point. At this point, it's too late. They're definitely getting guiltied. America very happy about this, saying, this is going to be my first win. Band of survivors. Canada saying, considering the bad luck the Mafia had for the last few games, I think this will make up for any karmic imbalance in the world. Wow. I mean, same could be said to Coven. Coven didn't really have any luck. But unfortunately, it goes down. These survivors did make their decision. 4 Mafia gamer. As I said, 4 Mafia games are generally the easiest to win. Especially if you got serve siding with you. But I do have to say, Mafia did play it super well. Necromancer was probably the MVP of this match with what they did, getting all these people lynched and just scurrying along. Mafia did pretty well as well by checking the serves and establishing connection with them early. So, rest in peace to the Necromancer. This will be Mafia's first win of the tournament. That is game number 4. Let's take a look at the scores, and then we'll head over to the final game. So, points will be handed out to the 2 survivors. They get 16 points each. The Jester win will be earning number 7, 16 points as well. Mafia will be getting 12 points each, and everyone else will get 0. Alrighty, so we've hopped in with the Mafioso right now. This role list has quite a few townies on it. Veteran, Transporter, Bodyguard, Mayor, Vampire Hunter. We got Vamps in this game. A solo Necromancer, 2 Jesters, a Survivor, and an Arsonist. Number 1 is claiming Survivor instantly. Good Jester play. 2 serve claims, they say. 4 claims Survivor as well. Claiming Survivor, generally a very good thing to do on day 1 if you're a Jester. It makes people not attack you. And it could very easily get you lynched because people grow very suspicious of serve claims. We've switched over to the Veteran right now who is alerting. They didn't actually bait. They said 2 serve claims and that's it. If they get kills tonight, it's going to be very good for them, especially if it's not Town. And they do. You shot someone who visited you last night. Someone actually tried to attack the veteran. Hell yeah. Veteran gets a pretty nice kill. Looks like Artemis has gone down. Artemis was the Necromancer, dies to Marth. Unlucky. Rest in peace to the solo Necromancer. Coven are officially out of the match. They were trying to claim Vigilante or Trapper. Rest in peace. Aphrodite walked into the veteran, tried to bite him night one, and sadly, Vamps are out of the running. Rest in peace to them. So this is looking very good for Town right now. 2 evils dead very quickly like that night one. We got 10 right now claiming Sheriff, 10 is Arsonist. 6 is claiming Transported. There is a Transporter in this game. 5 is claiming Psychic. 5 is Executioner. We got 11 right now claiming Guardian Angel turns Survivor because their target's dead. And 7 is claiming Tracker. 7 is the Mafioso, saying 2 went nowhere, which is known information. 4 still claiming Survivor, saying I'm served, by the way. Trying to sell the act. Number 3 claiming Vampire Hunter. And they say just turned Vigi, so they know officially no Vamps in the game, although 3's claim could be a little sus, since evils do tend to claim VH at times. They're voting 5 right now. 11 is saying 5 is blind. 11's G8. Alright, let's see. So they're posting their will, saying 3, 11, and 9 are in the will. They do not believe this psychic will. The psychic is saying someone there is lying. They say get more rolls. 3 is Vampire Hunter. 11 is Survivor. And 9 is Medium. 11 says, kinda want to get revenge for trying to push me, but my target's also kinda Town. Alrighty, they want to guilty this. 3 wants to guilty. 6 wants to inno. And May has actually popped out. Will they be innoing? They want to inno. Oh, but it gets guiltied anyway, despite the mayor. The mayor couldn't step in to save this one. The mayor genuinely believed that this was Town. They revealed solely to get it innoed. And it ended up being all in vain. We outvoted a mayor. Yep, you don't see that every day. You do not see that every day. Townies did actually correctly sniff out the bullshit, because this was Executioner and not really Psychic. And 12 right now in dead chat is saying 5. Don't say anything to the medium. 5, shut your pillion. I want to see them panic. So, something to keep in mind if you're evil. If you know there's a potential medium in the game, do not speak at night at all. And then they can't get any dead chat, and it's going to make them look more suspicious to Town. It could even get them lynched if they got no dead chat. Because people aren't going to be leaving in the tournament. There are 3 people out there. How are we going to justify to Town that none of them spoke? So I do like what they've suggested right now. This is very sneaky. I do like this play. However, the 3 people who are dead don't have any faction members that can benefit out of this. They just want to screw over Town because why not? Screw them over. 3 people go down and 12 instantly starts laughing. That was great, they say. Medium's got absolutely no leads. Looks like the bodyguard has gone down. Dies guarding the mayor. Werewolf tried to bomb into the mayor. And the transporter's dead too. 1 and 6. So the transporter got rampaged by the werewolf. Suicide play. Yep, werewolf was jumping in, hoping that there was no Town protects in this. Unfortunately, there was. So, another evil goes down, but 2 townies do go down along with it. We only got a Vampire Hunter. We have a Vampire Hunter, a Mayor, a Medium, and a Veteran left. A Medium that not many people are going to believe. A Veteran which did get a kill at night. And a hidden arsonist that no one detects right now. Jesters will not be voting at all, and they will be voting innocent to prolong the game. So, if you're arsonist, you're probably in a pretty good position right now. We got 7 still claiming Tracker, saying 3 went to 8. They're asking 13 to claim. And 3 does actually say that they were shooting 8, and 8's got defense. So right now, the Mafioso does look pretty confirmed. Now they're asking 13 for a claim. 13 poster will claims veteran. NECC, they say. And the Jester has popped out and said ICC with a smiley face. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Decent play by the Jester. Jester says, I hard CC. I alerted. Oh. Oh no, this is very bad. If you're the Jester, this is the last thing you want to have happen. Essentially, the mayor has trusted in number 1 CC, and as a result, the real veteran is getting lynched. They're saying, bro, I killed the vamp. All of this is on the mayor right now. It depends on what the mayor believes. One might have oversold this, and as a result, they're probably not going to get lynched. 6 says 1 will. And then they post a very bad will and say, I shot the vet night 1. I shot the vamp. I didn't alert last night. It's a very poor will. Like, it's a very bad looking will. But they say, yeah, fair enough. And they vote guilty on this. Unfortunately, the real veteran goes down, and the Jester will not be getting lynched today. 13 says 2 games in a row this happened. Bruh. This is the same veteran from the previous game who got lynched after getting counterclaimed. Unfortunately, they did not defend well enough. So, Town gets screwed, the Jester gets screwed. Everyone overall gets screwed, except for the Arsonist and the Mafioso, who have more time to do shenanigans, especially the Arsonist. Arsonist is in the power position. Absolutely no one is aware of the fact that there's an Arsonist in the game. Arsonist has claimed Sheriff, though, and if you are claiming Sheriff, you do need to make a push tonight or today. They do have to make their push. You cannot wait any longer as an Arsonist. You got to get someone lynched, and if you have enough people doused, you go for an Ignite. That's all they can really do. Mafioso right now is attacking the mayor, banking on the fact that they don't have any more protection. Pretty good call by them. I would be doing this too. Alright, rest in peace to the mayor. Alright, there goes 6. There was only 1 kill. Arsonist right now has 2 people doused. The Vampire Hunter and the Mafioso. Let's see if they decide to push someone. Doesn't look like it. They just say, so 1, what's your real role? But they don't post a will. If you're Arsonist right now, you could very easily push 1 or 4 as being sus, and it would be incredible. You could win right off of that. Now, the Survivor is whispering the Arsonist and asking for their real role. Arsonist seems to be a bit hesitant. Doesn't know what to do. We have a lot of whispering right now. Execution is still keeping track of claims despite being dead. Medium has some dead chat now. They're asking for 10's real role. 11 is publicly asking for 10's real role. They're trolling and saying 10 is medium. 10's trying to vote 1. 3 votes on 1. And the Jester gets voted up. 1 gets up and says, so I'm actually Serv. I did a little trolling. I apologize. 4 realizes 1's jest and says, I'll guilt you. Just say something about the Serv claims when you die. Please. 3 actually says, I believe it, 1 again overselling it. They seem to believe 1 actually is Survivor who was trolling. 3 says, I'm gonna And normally when you have 1 loud voice saying, I'm gonna everyone else should follow. It's probably gonna get And that is so unfortunate if you're a jest. You hate to see it when you've oversold it. When in your eyes, you've made a very weak claim. And for whatever reason, they just believe it. Now they voted up 10 because 10 is not keeping up with their Sheriff will. They're saying, I'm Sheriff. The Arsonist could have played this a lot better. They're saying 1 is sus. I don't know why you would post this now. Because you got to realize that eventually they're going to come after you. The Jesters didn't even vote it. It got voted up anyway. You got 11 leading the charge right now, being very aggro. Jesters will be voting 11 saying, nah, this is fake. This killed my target. Guilty. Everyone guilty. So 11 seems to think that 10 is the person who killed their target, and that's why they're so aggro. They're trying to avenge their target by trying to get the killer out. 4-2, both Jesters, And unfortunately, this Arsonist kind of botched it. Rest in peace to them. Now it's a win between either Town or the Marf. Mafioso can kill the Vampire Hunter for number 9. And then they have to beg the Jesters and the Survivors for a win. We don't know what's going to happen there. 2 Jesters endgame. You're probably not going to get anyone lynched. And then the Mafioso is just going to win. So let's see what happens. Jester right now freaking out. Jesters probably don't get lynched. Medium is chilling with dead chat right now. We do have a bit of lag. Lag is now gone. The Mafioso has decided to attack Roman the Medium. And they whisper to 11 saying, sorry for not claiming earlier, but my mind is racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm still tracker. So they're keeping up with the lie. This is between the Mafioso and the Vampire Hunter. You can't really get anything done with 2 Jesters. Jesters do control this. This is a very exciting ending. You're a solo Mafioso and you made it all the way here. That in and of itself is a straight up win. Alright, now the Jesters are fully outed. 7 is saying 1 went to 9. 3 says, oh, Tarnation off 7. They realize that 1 and 4 are Jesters. 1 is still saying I'm Serve. 3 says, you literally told me 4 is Mafia yesterday. 4 says, I'm Serve too. And now you claim 1 is the Mafioso. 11 says, 4 is Jester too. We don't have votes. The Serve really wants to end this game as quick as they can. They don't want to leave anything up to chance. 11 says, solo Mafioso somehow wins. They say, alrighty, I guess 7 wins the tourney. GG's. But the Serve is trying to vote up the Mafioso right now. 7 is saying, let the Jest win. Trying to survive. They're trying to vote up 4. I want a Jest to win, they say. Number 4 does get voted. Mafioso, pretty much under no threat there. 3 says, get a Jest and a Serve win for me at least. Haunt 7. They're whispering that to the Jester. 3 says, Jester roulette, baby. They need a Jester to get lynched and haunt number 7 to make it a Jester / Survivor only win. The Jester actually gets innoed and gets an achievement. Be acquitted by a tie vote. They get innoed down. All the Mafioso has to do is kill the Vampire Hunter and win. And they will be getting a lot of points for this Mafioso win. Solo Mafioso is a shitload of points. But it looks like they haven't selected to attack number 3. And they say, should I? Yes, you should. You definitely should. This is a tournament. Go for the win, dude. Go for the win. But the Mafioso has decided not to go for the Vampire Hunter in order to give the Jester a win. Which is pretty damn wholesome of them. But also, one might argue, foolish. I would have killed you 3, but I had morals, 7 says. There is no morals in Town of Salem. Everyone here is evil, including the town. Never forget that. 7 says, I'm going to let Jesters get their win. A very noble thing of them to do. If I die, so be it, they say. They're okay with dying and potentially losing as a result of this play. 7 is saying, everyone vote Jester, no guilties. I think they meant no innos. I mean innos, yep. No one innos, they say. They're voting up number 4. Let's see if this manages to get voted. Again, if you're town, you do have to get this voted up. And you have to bank on the fact that the Mafioso gets haunted so that they don't get the points. Are we really doing this? Number 3 says, I mean, 3, you sort of have to do it. Got to prevent the Mafioso from getting points. Jester wins do give you less points than solo Mafioso wins. Jest is best, the Mafioso says. This is a very insane ending for this tournament. 3 says, Tarnation Hell, fine, we'll leave the last game to what is essentially a coin flip. Yep. 4 is telling everyone they got an achievement. They're saying, you're lucky you lived that long, to be honest. Honestly, I feel very sad for number 1. Number 1 did make a decent play by counterclaiming veteran. Unfortunately, they oversold it. So the mayor ended up believing it, getting the real veteran lynched. And then they had a chance to get voted again. They actually did get voted. They came out and said, I'm Serve, I was just trolling. And number 3 believed it and voted him back down. You hate to see it. So the Jester gets lynched. And let's see which way the Jester decides to go. They say, spin the wheel. So, The Mafioso went out of their way, completely out of their way, to help this Jester win. Not ending the game, to help this Jester win. And this Jester doesn't even give them a little sliver by haunting the confirmed townie. They're gonna go roulette. They say, we going random, we going for broke. And if the Mafioso gets haunted in this 1 out of 3 chance, then I don't know what to say. It's gonna be very, very sad. Target has been selected at random, and the person dead is number 1. Number 1 gets haunted, the other Jester. Number 3 dies to the Mafioso, and the Mafioso gets a well-deserved win. They are an absolute madman, an absolute psycho. I would not have played it like that. I am not as generous of a person, and I believe there should be no mercy for Jesters. Especially when you see what this Jester did. You see what this Jester did, right? They got given a gift, a miracle win, and they still went random. They didn't even try to help the Mafioso for that. Town obviously spewing about this Mafioso win. But an incredible ending to our tournament. That is a solo Mafioso win. GG. Very well played. The end of the tournament is upon us. Let's take a look at the scores. Jester gets 16 points for that win. Mafioso gets 19 points, and the Survivor gets 9 points. Everyone else 0. And after all that, the Mafioso themselves emerges victorious. They are the winner of this tournament on 51 points. That win pretty much won them the entire thing. Congratulations to our champion. They have won the $100 prize. If you guys did enjoy this video and you'd like me to make more like this, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. That is GG. I will see you all in the next video.